a whole lot of media, and both on social media and on mainstream media, talk on WhatsApp, and all about this ritual killings, right? Everybody's asking the question, how did we get here? How comes this is happening? What's going on with Nigerian boys? Oh, this generation is this and this generation is that. But here we want to ask, because the last few years we've been, the last, possibly I would say arguably a decade, maybe two, we've been rightfully and rightly so, we've been focused on empowering our girls. That was critically important, because you have to remember that for decades and decades and decades before, our girls were not empowered. Our girls were disempowered. However, as a result of which, a lot of investment, time, money, education, promotion, awareness, campaign has gone into empowering girls, because we do need girls, because the girls become women who shape society. So we didn't want to lose them, because we were losing them. However, whilst we've been focusing on our girls and empowering our girls, it's becoming more and more apparent that our boys, our sons, were being left behind. Not deliberately, but it just happens. And these things happen. Sometimes they creep up on you without knowing it. So today, let me give you the phone number before I tell you what we're talking about. The studio line is 0700 993 993 993. The female only line is 01465 7190. The WhatsApp, and I expect you to send me a WhatsApp, is 0809 597 5805. You can follow on Facebook, streaming live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info, Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos, Twitter at Nigeria Info FM, and YouTube, where you can see my Sisioge properly. YouTube on Nigeria Info FM. Today, I am saying to you, and I don't want you to call me about anybody else. I want you to call me, because today we're going to be talking about our sons. That's the topic. Let's talk about our sons. People have sent me messages. Yet when you call and you're not able to get through, you can always follow me at Sisioge Lagos on Twitter and on Instagram, and we can continue the conversation there. You can also continue the conversation at nigeriainfo.fm, at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter and on Instagram. So I have a wonderful guest today. When she told me what she does, and she does this as a passion, it immediately connected with me, because I know it's going to connect with you, and also because it's a question that I'm being asked, because I am a human rights advocate. I am, somebody, an activist in that way. I am very much about young people. And of course, I'm a mother of a boy. I'm a son. What do they call it? I'm a boy mom, as you have girl dads. I am a boy mom. So my guest today is a lawyer, but that's not why she's here. She's here because she's the convener of Boys to Men International. Adewunmi, Alode, thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Because we don't know, we're running out of time very fast. Tell me about your organization, Boys to Men Organization. Wonderful title. It kind of already jars you into waking up, because of course we give birth to sons who become boys, who are, who become men. Tell me about the organization first, and then I want you to tell me what inspired it.
Yeah, thank you very much. So very quickly, Boys to Men International is actually an organization that is community-based. We have the intention of actually helping to support parents, guardians, preteens, teenage boys to actually understand who they are as boys and how they can become responsible men in the society. We also believe that there are few information as to how boys can transition from being a boy to becoming men. And some of these deficiencies are what we are seeing in our societies today. Now, when you take a look at how women have made so much progress, you can attribute it to the different platforms, the different educational resources that are easily made available to them, that are accessible to them to be able to, improve on themselves. And so you can see a major shift from where the girl child was and where they are today. But do we have the same thing for the boys today? I can say not exactly. We don't have that. And that has really affected. Now, I look back again and I say, many years ago, the boys were doing so well in academics. They were doing so well even in other preoccupations and professions. But today, girls are acing it. Now, are we here to talk about boy to girl? No. For me, I believe in gender equality. I believe that the way God created, he created the man and the woman because he understood that both have to work in partnership. So it's not one above the other. So we also have to understand the impact that men have in the society. So if we do not pay attention to them while they are young, the effect of it will be huge when they become men. So to the second question, what inspired this?
Yes, what inspired you?
So you can see in the society today, there are quite a number. I mean, I may not have statistics to back this up, but at least with what is quite
what
apparent.
You're reading in the press.
Yes. You see a lot of single moms. You see a lot of mothers raising boys, raising children all by themselves, single parenting. Now, even for those who are married, quite a number of complaints about, responsible men. I mean, you have men who are married, who have children, and they don't seem to understand that they have a responsibility. Now, you have a son who is a teenager or who is going into the teenage years, and there is no discussion. And I always like to give this example. When a girl is transiting into womanhood and she starts a menstruation, you know what happens? The mother, a sister, an auntie will sit her down and have a discussion with her. So she understands the implication. Howbeit, whatever information may be true, may be false, if a boy touches you, you get pregnant. But at least an information was passed.
Well, sometimes the wrong information is passed, but that's a whole different debate. Please, if a boy touches you, you do not get pregnant. I'm touching my producer today, who is a male. I doubt I will be pregnant in 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 20 months. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah.
I think mothers actually did that. Should I say out of ignorance or out of, putting the fear so that you
I think it's out of the way patriarchy shapes the mindset of most people. But let's continue.
Yes, please. Okay, so when you look at that, a girl is inducted. She understands that she is moving into a transitional phase of being a woman. Also, while at home, while working, there is this tendency of mothers always referring you to the future. A girl needs to work. A girl needs to learn how to cook. Why? Because she will go to your husband's house. Why? Because she will be on your own. Why? Because I'm not always going to be with you. There is that emphasis. And so indirectly, they are building, they are creating, they are formulating a future, a vision for you of what a woman is expected to look like. But do we have that with the male gender?
Well, some would argue that a lot of time was already spent on the boys prior to the awakening that the girls were being left behind. That's what some would argue to you.
Well, the truth of the matter is you cannot say that some were trained and then the rest are not trained. Now, if you do not train this present generation of young boys and young men, I mean, there is no way they will just pick it up. And that is one of the things as well that we have also discovered, that it is assumed, there is a sense of assumption, which is quiet, that boys will naturally become men. But there is much more to that.
What you said there is so important. There is, let me just read out the number, 0700 993 993 993. Female only line is 01465 7190. There is an assumption that boys will naturally become men. Look, I get what you're saying, and you're right actually when we go back to what you were saying about menstruation or the period. as we call it.
Yes.
It's true. Often, especially where you're in a household where you are lucky enough to have, we have a call. Let me try and pick up a call. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Are you there? I can't hear you if you're there. Uh-oh. You'll have to call. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Speaking with Ikenna.
Ikenna, talk to me.
This is a very interesting topic and very relevant in this present day and time. Why do I talk about the relevance? I talk about it because I'm a man, I'm a guy. And I know how...
when people say that to me, it always brings on a song, but I can't sing, so I won't try. Go ahead.
Okay. I sit down and I look at some of my friends, my male friends, and I always say, in fact, I shoot for ladies these days because there are loads of ladies out there, very responsible, very resourceful, and you don't have, an equal amount of guys out there that are as resourceful as these ladies. So it's a huge challenge. When I look at marriages failing today, I'm a lawyer by profession, so I get lots of ladies walking in and talking about how they want to live their marriages, telling you as to the problems they noticed and all whatnot.
Yeah.
But what I always say to them is that these problems didn't just start today; it has always been there. Because the ladies,
but here's what I want to ask you: what do you think is causing the problem? And we're focused on our sons today. What do you think is causing? Give me one, because the lines are beginning to go live.
What is actually causing the problem is the fact that there has been some form of neglect on the part of on training, societal training of the male child. So the male child just grows up like your guest actually.
Adewunmi, yes.
She mentioned, when men feel that, when it's just generally believed that boys will actually grow into manhood and just become responsible overnight. So that's one huge mistake the society is making, So and that's the result we're actually seeing today.
Okay, thank you, Ikenna. I need to answer more calls. Can I fit in more calls before we go on break? Hello. Okay, go ahead. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Mr. Mike calling from Nagombo.
Mr.
Mike.
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Yes.
So, is there an expectation that boys will naturally become men?
That is false assumption and supposition.
Yeah.
Your guess is 100% right. Boys are neglected. And that assumption has been wrong. And will I say fortunate for me, my mother, no illiterate woman, was deliberate. And she did not, though maybe because she never had a girl, That's why we were involved even up to the kitchen. She was a food seller. I go to cook, my brother, my siblings take over the kitchen. When she goes to the market, we cook, we sell. And that has made us responsible today.
So do you think that's what the problem is, that the children, the sons that we gave birth to, who are now becoming young men, have been indulged? Is that what you're saying it is?
Yes, young men have been indulged and also given wrong perception about themselves and life.
Okay.
I know a particular, my wife is a teacher.
I need to hurry you. We're about to go to break. He might be cut off.
He told me that the child in the home is the only boy, and they made him to know that he's the head of the home.
Oh dear.
Primary school.
Part of the problem. We'll be right back after this break. Thank you.
We record, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
There are people for personal, religious, whatever reasons who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The 7th edition of the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon comes up on the 12th of February 2022. Have you registered? Have you received your bead? If you haven't, here's your opportunity to be entertained and get free health checks, all while picking up your marathon kit at the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon Expo Center. The expo holds 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily at Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, from the 1st of February to 10th of February 2022. For booth bookings, please call 0803-710-0731.
The Access Bank Lagos City Marathon 2022 is brought to you by Nilayo Sports Management Limited, supported by the Lagos State Government and sponsored by Access Bank, 7up, Aquafina, Kia Motors, Revolution Plus Property, Peculiar, Rexona, Kenya Airways, Eco Atlantic, Brila FM, Watt Network, and endorsed by World Athletics and AFN. Access Bank.
And we're back. The telephone lines 0700 993 993 993. And the female only line is 01465 7190. The WhatsApp line is 0809 597 5805. What is it? What is it that is shaping our sons to be what we're seeing today? And I don't just talk about ritual killing or Yahoo, not Yahoo, or whatever. I mean, really, let's examine it. Let's have a conversation. As I put it, what in the name of Nigeria is going on with our sons? Let's answer more calls and I'll come back to the lines. Yes, my producer's like, the lines have gone crazy. Okay, hello. All right, you snooze, you lose. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. How are you? Your line is cut off. Are you there? Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
Okay, my name is Oliver. I'm calling from Okoto.
Oliver. Oh, I saw you in my hometown. Ikorodu Oga were the best. Right, talk to me.
Yes, the place is fine, no problem.
Oh, it is fine. Ikorodu is mighty fine. It produced me. But anyway, let's not talk about me. Tell me, what's your opinion?
My own contribution I want to say about it. It's like, for example, my own self. I was never in the tail, even taught how to cook when I was small.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. My brother in Ikorodu, please call back. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. This is Ezekiel calling from Ikorodu.
Oh, another way. So Ezekiel going to talk to me. So is there a presumption that boys will naturally grow into men?
To some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Because with what you get said, yeah, it just spark my brain to my son. Because since last year I've been thinking, my daughter is 9, she's going to 10. I've been thinking of when she will start menstruating, how will I educate her?
Yeah.
Another issue. But I never thought about my son. when
Why?
you get to that age, that puberty age.
Why?
I never thought about it.
Ah.
It never comes to my mind.
So you've just presumed that he'll be okay, he'll know.
Yeah.
Talk to Wumi. Wumi's right here.
Other-
Wumi's shaking her head. Talk to Adewunmi. Adewunmi, please join the conversation. Hold on, is it gonna go on?
Okay, so let's hear you. Why? Why do you think so?
So, not that I think so, that he will grow into my.
She just
body.
presumed.
My
Yeah.
heart did not just. Hello.
We can hear you.
My mind did not just go that way.
Mm-hmm.
But in other things, in other aspects, maybe domestic chores, doing this, doing that, you must be responsible. You don't talk to a woman anyhow. I do all those things because I let him understand. I make him understand that this world you find yourself, you must respect a woman and a woman must respect you. You do this, a woman also do this. You don't just say you are the man of the house. No. But that aspect of growing into another stage is what did not just come to my mind.
Thank you
But
so much.
Every other thing.
Oh, the line is broken. Yes. Please stay listening. And the line, something has happened with your line. Stay listening. Adewunmi, do you want to respond to that?
Yes. So well done, madam. I'll suggest you also continue to listen, and I know that we're going to talk about a program that is coming up.
Let's talk about it now.
Okay,
Why not? Because
fantastic.
that was going to be my next question.
Yes.
How people can actually join your organization and how they get, what is it that you're doing?
Yes. So on the 12th of March, it's a Saturday, we're going to have a virtual summit for the young men. Now, the audience that we're targeting are preteens like your son, okay? Who is going to get into the puberty
So preteen
stage.
being anybody before 21?
Before 13.
Preteen before 13,
Before
right.
13.
So young.
Yes.
Okay.
Preteens, teenagers, fathers, mothers as well.
So let's just get it clear. Pre and post teen.
No.
So
not
when you
posting.
say teenagers, that for me goes from the minute you turn 13
to
up
19.
Yes. So that's the
That's
age
a
you're talking
teenage.
about.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And
So let's
then-
be clear about the age.
13
right?
to 19.
13 to
at
19.
Teenagers.
Right. Okay.
And then for the preteen,
The ones before 13.
13. So you
Right.
can start as early as 12.
Okay.
Because you know that by the age of 13, he's going to become a teenager.
Mhm.
So you want to start discussing some things with him.
Mhm.
You want him to understand the kind of changes that is going to happen to his body and how best he can address them.
Okay.
If you do not do that, if you keep quiet on it, he will go out and talk to his peers who are not able to guide him properly. But once you start the conversation at home, it is easier for him to come back home and speak to you.
Okay, so continue about the program. So be clear again. Just tell us who the audience is.
Preteens.
Yes, before
13, teenagers,
13 to 19.
and then
Parents.
Parents.
Fathers or parents?
Parents.
Parents, okay.
Yes. I also want to define that parents because to some people,
it has to be two.
It has to be two.
Single parent or two parents.
Exactly.
Right, excellent.
And even uncles, and even if you are a man, a young man, an uncle, a guardian, a counselor, you can actually take on that role as well. Because the number of people raising girls today are not exactly their mothers. They're not exactly their mothers. The society has raised girls, not just their parents. So the same thing, I'm also extending it. You don't necessarily have to be a biological father. If you are a man, if you are a woman, I am also inviting you.
Okay, so tell
to
us,
come
where's
on
the
board.
event taking place?
So it's
And
gonna-
what have you got? What's the program looking like?
Okay, so it's on Saturday the 12th. It's going to
12th
start at
of
12th of March,
Okay.
2022. It's
Okay.
going to start at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Because of logistics, many people can join virtually.
Excellent.
Okay, and you can get the link on the Instagram page, on
Which
the
is?
Twitter. The Instagram page is boys BOYS then 2 in
Number
figure.
2. Mhm.
Yes, men MENINTL.
Right.
That
International.
yes,
Yes.
Boys to Men, and also on Facebook. We're also on Facebook and also on Twitter as well.
Is it the same address?
It's the same
Just say the address again slowly, please.
Boys to Men, BOY,
Number 2.
Number 2, Men, MENINTL.
Right, so they can join Boys to Men International to find out about this event.
Exactly.
And know how to actually join virtually.
Yes, please.
And in fact, this is brilliant because parents can sit with their children, uncles can sit with their nephews, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Sisters can sit with their brothers and watch it and learn together.
Exactly.
So what's the program looking like?
Okay, so we are having a panelist. Because I'm the woman, and the reason why I am not going to do the talking, but I'm going to do more of the asking and coordinating the discussion, is because a woman cannot explain it the way a man would explain it.
Why is that?
And I'll tell you why. The way a father cannot talk to his daughter about the menstrual cycle.
Why not?
Because it is not his body. He doesn't menstruate.
No, but let's go on. There are
Yes.
many fathers who do it very well.
I agree.
Adewunmi.
I agree with you.
Mhm.
However, not how many men have shared with women how they overcome masturbation. How many women have been explained to or taught? Because in most of the society, the men, are seen from the hierarchy perspective, and so you don't question it, okay? And even in societies where boys are inducted, guess what? The women are excused when that discussion is going to happen. So yes, we can raise boys, but we want to actually address some changes that are going to happen and that has happened to men and boys.
Okay.
So we want boys and men who have gone through that process to come and speak, and particularly in today's world, how do you manage peer pressure? How do you manage
societal pressure?
Yes, societal pressure. There are a lot of pictures of nude ladies around. I mean, how do you manage it? We want
How do
them
you
to
control that?
Exactly.
Okay, excellent. If telephone I don't even, let's answer the calls. Hello. You need to turn your radio down, otherwise we have to disconnect you. Hello.
Hello, okay.
It's CC okay, thank you very much. Yeah, would be, the person that gave birth to me. Thank you.
Right?
Yes.
From Java presently.
What's your name?
Moreni KG.
Moreni KG, talk to me.
Okay, I think the challenge is just us as parents. We need to be needful. Let me give you an example. And I know you're a Yoruba woman, so you understand where I'm coming from. Growing up as a young boy in Ibadan, in my house, my father had this understanding that as a man, your job is to look for the money. The woman sits out and get the job done. You understand?
So he understood. There's a lot of noise where you are. Your father understood what?
Hold on. Okay, I'm actually driving. Growing up in Ibadan, right?
Mm-hmm. I hope you're using a hands-free.
Of course.
Okay, go ahead.
In my house, you are not allowed as a boy to go to the kitchen.
You're not allowed to sleep in.
Go to the kitchen. Or
to go to the kitchen. Okay.
And all that.
Okay.
My father believes that's not a man's job.
Okay.
Right? Luckily, I got to boarding school and I was meant to stay with one of my aunties. And he said, in my house, boys, girls, we're all the same. We do the same thing. That's what I learned how to cook. And I have to do a whole lot of things on my own. Now, this is what I'm doing in my house presently. My kids see me cooking. No matter how tired I am, I cook the best food in my house till date.
Yeah.
I practically taught my the kind of food and all of that. And that's another story entirely. So men need to come to the table and do the needful. You understand?
Yes.
Let your boy see what we are doing. Let your boy see that it is his own rule to clean the house. See, money thing, that's around Yahoo boys everywhere. Why? Because the understanding is, as a man, I need to go look for the money. The responsibility of being a man is no longer there in their brain. And in fact, as I'm speaking to you, it's on both sides. The mother, for me, the mother has the more, should I say, I don't say that they're not creating more problem for the boys anyway, but let's just put that open thing.
Thank you so much.
Both parents need to do the needful. And like what she's saying about menstrual cycle and all that, madam, I tell you of the truth. You have more men dealing with their their daughters, more than their wives is doing. I'm an example of it.
Thank you.
So,
which is why thank you so much for calling. Which is why, the stereotypes and I do say this, that look, let me put it out there. There are a lot of girl dads who are doing incredible work, amazing work with their daughters. Some of them are widowers, and some of them is life that made it like that. Some of them chose to do that. Some of them happen to be the stronger parent, whoever. But there are lots of fathers who do have conversations about the menstrual cycle, about all these other things with their daughters. But I don't want to talk about daughters today. I want to talk about our sons. Let's answer more calls. Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? Right. Line is cutting off. Hello? Right. So, the telephone line again is 0700 993 993 993. And the female-only line is 01465 7190. Let's talk. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Victory. I'm calling from Aja.
Victory, talk to me.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, hello?
Yes, talk to me. What's your name, please?
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Moses.
Moses. So talk to me. We're talking about our sons.
Yeah, calling from Ikorodu.
Oh, LSO.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What I've been listening to the program for quite long now, and I listened to the madam talking there, and I want to say something about my own experience. Hello?
I'm listening. Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Actually, most parents, let's say the man will be very close to, like me, I have children, and I talk to my daughters on what she needs to do at home. Meanwhile, if I'm going to the kitchen, most of the time I take her to the kitchen and I try to teach her how to cook, which my wife does not do that for now, but I have to teach her how to.
But why is it your daughter? Do you have a son?
Then I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the part of my son, I practically let him know that the things in the house, also what we need to do in the house, is for all. So the practical.
Does he follow you to the kitchen? Does he cook for you?
Yes, that's why when I enter the kitchen, the both of them now in the house, they prefer me cooking than the mothers. When my wife will cook, they will prefer me cooking, and they said they want to eat what daddy cooks, and they really enjoy my food.
Excellent.
So
let me just understand
what
then.
I'm doing, they
because
will see the example as a boy. He will not go to have his own family and pretend or try to push the whole house chores to the wife.
Excellent.
Because
but however, I must
Okay.
ask you, because we're slowly running out of time. But I must ask you very quickly, aside of the kitchen, aside of the cleaning, what conversation have you had with your son?
Okay, with my son. Okay.
About him? How old is he? How old is your son?
He's 11.
11. Right.
Yeah.
How's the conversation going? Or are you having conversations?
So we chat, we talk, and even with my phone, I showed him what my internet phone, the things he needs to, the areas he needs to enter on internet, well, things that are come up on internet that he shouldn't click. So I have to show him in case I have to leave the house. When he's around, he should know where and what to handle in the house.
That's fine.
I practically let him know that he is the man of the house after me, so he should know how to handle things even when I'm not around.
But is that enough? And this is the thing, because I don't want us to get steered into that man is the head of the house conversation. That's not what I am talking about. What I want to know is, again, this progression, the evolution of boys into men. What conversation are we having to prepare our sons to become men? Not just about cooking, which is important, not just about cleaning, which is important. We are empowering on girls, and we have an increasing number of girls who are fearless, who are focused, who are unapologetic, who are no longer willing to negotiate and settle for boys who will become men. Like the saying goes, did you birth me a husband? If you didn't birth me a husband, then don't be expecting me to get married. So are we creating the right partner for the girls that we are empowering?
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, what I will say is, when the discussion with father, what I discussed with my son, I let him know what he needs to know at this stage, and I have to tell him first, because I start preventing him from linking with some friends.
I need to hurry you up. The lines, yes, they're looking at me saying the lines are going crazy. I need you to literally wrap up very quickly.
Okay. What I do is I don't let him for now talk to friends anyhow, because of what I'm trying to impact on him. I really want him to get my own first, so that when he goes out, anybody that wants to trick him or cheat him, he will know that this is not what my father has been telling me. He will know at least differentiate right from the wrong at this time.
Thank you so much. Hello. Hello. Are you there? I can't hear you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, please?
Yeah, Miss OK calling from Alode.
Miss OK, go ahead. Talk to me.
Although I joined, lately, for what I can understand from what is going on there is how the relationship between father and son in the house as a child is going.
It's not just about father and sons. The conversation is, let's talk about our sons who are going to become men of the society.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, this is basically what we lack from our parents. Some people we find it difficult to have this kind of discussion with our child when we are growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you that most of them will learn it from the society. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
There is very sexual aspect of life, or dealing with human beings. You understand me now? The only one they talk in the house, don't steal, don't do this, But the world is changing.
Right.
This guy, my son, is 14. Now, according to I told him that as a man, when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna get erected. You have erection. That is a normal thing, naturally. You understand me now? Don't be afraid that such a thing is happening to you. You are talking to a man.
So you're talking to him about the changes that's going to be happening in his body. Excellent. Yeah.
Going high in the armpit, all the things. Private place. You are telling a man that you should be very careful. Don't mess up. Don't use it to experiment. When the time comes for you to do everything, there's time for you to.
Thank you.
I didn't get it from my parents. But I tried to party on them. Even my wife is even gingering me, telling me, this is your boy. Talk to him. That's the strength of the so. Then the other aspect, honestly, that I don't really dive into it.
Thank you.
Women should be very, mothers should be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
Men, when it's affected what they see by the eyes.
Okay.
And you have a girl growing, I think it's a mother's job. I only talk to a girl, physically, what to do, but
I need to hurry you up. I want to try and fit in more calls at least one before we go on break. Hello, thank you for calling. Hello.
Good afternoon, sister.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Koboko.
Koboko, yes. Let's talk about our sons.
I greet you.
I greet you too.
My son is 4 years.
Okay.
I never did you when I could tell and say, making killer is publicly.
Yeah.
Just that he spoiled my radio. It's one of my children within 6 months and they break my television. But he's very, very intelligent.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
He's very, very intelligent. So I come to him and say, you have to be a man. You have to be respectful.
You told your 4-year-old.
A 4 years old, but he just scatter my television, scatter my radio. Even this one, what I used to listen now, they do pinyo, that is coming and going. So one day, I tell him, I make him do frog jump. After doing frog jump, he go to teach him his fellow students how to do frog jump.
Thank you.
I'm teaching him how to exercise.
Thank you, Koboko. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Right. So here's the thing. I don't know how long we've got left before we've got 2 minutes. From what you've heard so far, Wumi, what are your thoughts? We've got 2 minutes before we go on break.
Okay. So basically, it's really very important that fathers will do well to have discussions with their sons. Why? Because, like I said, they have the first-hand experience. They have the first-hand information of how things are done. Yes, as much as we may feel that women and mothers have a role to play, but the honest truth is a boy wants to model after his father, after another man. And so he wants to see who that model is. But if there is no model, they will pick from anywhere. So that is why today you will see boys or young men who will model after an entertainer, who will model after a particular person, who will model, for different reasons. But if you create a standard for them, it helps them. Secondly, we need to create the platform for boys to talk. They want to talk. They want to ask questions. Particularly at their teenage years, they are trying to discover who they are. And that is why today, I keep saying it, there is a lot of crisis, identity crisis on our streets, on our roads, in our society today, because they have not found and they have not been told who they should,
emulate.
Right,
okay. There's we've got to go on break. We'll be right back, and then I'll tell you about something.
Your Friday afternoons just got better on Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf.
People need to be very careful. There's a friend of mine that has been trafficked for how many years now? I'm just an educated person from an office. She just met a child, they went for a vacation, and like that, that's how she was trafficked.
People are afraid to seek or ask the right question because they're afraid of surgery. I call it 2 F's that affects women with fibroids: fear and fund.
When you have a child less than 12 years, as I said, housewife, it's child trafficking already.
Of course.
Child trafficking. So you shouldn't have a housewife that is less than 12 years.
Tune in to Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf every Friday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. right here on your number one station for talk.
With the latest news and trending conversations here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people, you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
Eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. That finally.
You should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer her prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like everything is not prayer. That is Nigerian mentality. It's not finding happiness in your home. You pray.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Good day, honorable judges, my moderator, timekeeper, and my fellow co-debater. My name is Samrita Kaushik. I'm 13 years old.
We're back.
Secondly, repeating points to somebody who does not agree with you will not change their opinion of the matter at hand.
The next edition of the I Beg to Differ debate tournament returns to your radio in March.
You will agree with the dictionary that language is a system of communication in speech.
Last time, Tamvita Kaushik walked away with 1 million naira.
Speak up. Enough is enough. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom.
This time, will it be you? Or will you just be listening again? If you're between 14 and 16 years old and you want to debate your way to 1 million naira, go to www.nigeriainfo.fm to find out how to audition. Auditions close on the 15th of February 2022.
My people, no
993 993 993. And the female only line is 01465 7190. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you this before we close. I'm the mother of a son. I'm the co-parent of a son. We're a very, very good parent. We had. He's since passed, but that's not the point. So his dad's no longer alive, but we've always been excellent co-parents. My son is about to be 19. Now, at a certain age, a boy does need that conversation. Each and every parent, if you know your child well enough, you should know the point at which that conversation is necessary. My son, I began having that conversation with him at the age of 7. You can Google it. It's there. It's online. I had an interview with one of the dailies, right? And most people would say to me, oh, it's too early. I said, it might be too early for your child. What happened with my child? And it's very simple. I walked into the living room. I found his hands in his trousers. He was watching TV. It was, in the evening at some point. It's not even like he was hiding. He was 7. And I said, darling, why have you got your hands there? And he said, oh, it's tickly, mommy. At that point for me, and it wasn't that I loaded him with information. I knew what sort of conversation to have with him at that tender age. Trust me. He was 7 going on 8, right? I knew what conversation to have with him at that point and how far I could take it. And from that moment, our conversation never stopped. Now, he then turns 11. I think it was 11 or 12. And I get him this book, and I will advise all of you. And you may have seen the WhatsApp where it says, oh, don't buy this book because it's got this information. I actually had to correct people on my women's group because this book has been around for years. It is a book, you can only buy it online. It is called What is Happening to Me for a Boy, What is Happening to Me for a Girl. Now that book, you can sit and read with your child, or you can ask your child to read it and they come back and have a discussion with you. I've got to go to the news headlines. We'll continue immediately after my darling Yvonne tells us what's going on in the country.
News.
Former Nigerian ambassador to the United States.
Sports.
That's the Belgian who doesn't miss. Bottom right corner, Manchester City.
And the best talk. All at your fingertips on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
said, "Hon, it's time for you to have that conversation as well." And like I said, he and his dad were very close and everything, and they had the conversation. But I think also having that book, such a book, having him read it privately, also empowered him to be able. Now, look, we're all very different. I'm that mother, I'm that parent that I insist on having conversations. From the minute my child was born, he didn't have a choice on having talking to mommy or daddy or auntie or uncle for that matter. I always made him aware that your voice is your voice. Your voice is the most powerful thing that God gave to you after your brain. Please ensure it is never muzzled. So after reading that book, he and I were able to discuss it. Until today, we don't just discuss about that part of what's happening to him, to his body, all the time. We talked about condoms, but we also talk about him feeling his sense of responsibility as a member of society. And this is what I want us to really look at. What kind of currency are we passing, and what tips, what seeds are we planting for our children, our sons, to be the members of societies, for the society that we envisage for Nigeria? Because guess what? A friend of mine sent me a message, and let me read what she said. It was a comment for this thing. She said, "Our girls are meeting, will be meeting their undoing in dysfunctional boys and men. We are changing the music, the rhythm, and the lyrics. Let's talk about our sons." I want to pick up your calls. I want us to focus on our sons. I want us to never stop talking about our sons. Talk with them, but do not talk at them. There's a difference. Let's answer more calls. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name? Oh, dear. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Who is me?
Okay, hi. My name is Azine.
Your name? Oh, your line is breaking. Hello?
Hello, my name is Azine.
Azine, right. Very quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Very, very quickly. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you guys for this topic, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a mom of two boys, and I keep looking for things to engage them, positively in society. So I'm very grateful for this initiative. Like you, I started talking to my boys at age 8, and I keep talking to them till whenever I have to. I'm also very grateful for the last point you made about having the conversation as to what kind of member of society they are going to become, or their responsibility to society. That's very important. So I'm looking forward to the March 12th, and I'll definitely be there with my boys. I'm excited. So thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks, Wome. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Let's answer more calls. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Leke from Shagam.
Yes, Lege from Shagam. Talk to me.
Okay, I just had to say,
You're a young man, aren't you? How old are you, Lege?
I'm 28.
You're 20.
28.
You're 28. So tell me, how was it for you? How was it for you? Did anybody sit you down to talk to you about how you were going to, what they expected of you as a male in society as you were becoming a man from being a boy?
No. That is why I make a call.
Okay.
That I want to say. Most of us, have a privilege of our father, or be a mentor, or be a good guy. I'm a good mother to us. So we just learn as we go to ourselves. So I think it's very, very important for parents to have a knowledge, just as you have said, as you have spoken to your son.
Mm-hmm.
I think most parents don't even have the knowledge and the understanding to even train their children well. So I can see the knowledge gap.
Yeah.
So I just need to new generation like us now. I can see what I know my father did for me. I can see that I grace of God because of the mention I'll be able to have. So my son, I'll be able to guide that rightly. But for me, growing up, it's not something like that.
Okay.
My father sat me down and grooming and all that. No.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you. Yeah. Let's answer more calls. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Bariga.
Bariga. What's your name, please?
My name is Ireti.
Your name is Ireti. How wonderful. Go ahead.
Thank you. Please.
Your name is actually Ireti.
Sorry?
Is your name actually Ireti?
Yes, yes.
Well, I will never. Welcome, namesake.
Thank you.
Our name is very rare. It's not common, you know. So when I meet another Ireti, it's so rare that I'm excited. Welcome. Please, before they accuse me of being partisan because of the name, we are quickly talk. Because there will be some people that will call in and complain.
Okay. Please, I have a boy. He's just 10. Well, I don't know how I can start to relate this thing with him. I don't know if you can advise.
Okay, Ireti, you need to go to boys, BOYS, 2, number 2, men, MENINTL, Boys to Men International. Follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. They are having an event. That's why I have the convener, the founder of it here. Wumi, please talk to her. Tell her what you're going to be doing very quickly because I've got to answer as many calls.
Okay, so these are some of the things we'll be discussing during the summit as well. It's on the 12th of March at 11 a.m. Nigerian time. So we hope for you to dial in so that you can listen, and we'll be talking about more things in the course of the year. Okay, so please just follow us so that you can get information from time to time, particularly for mothers raising boys as well. There's going to be a conversation around that in the course of the year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. 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 Are you there?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. And where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, madam. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Ikeja. Talk to me. What's your name?
Godfrey, my name.
Godfrey. Go on.
Yes. Just want to add something to it.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. To the topic people are dealing with, it's very essential.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You see, the problem we are having today is that most parents are not disciplined and they don't even know their roles in the family. They are not disciplined and it's difficult for them to discipline their children. That is why you find out everywhere. You find boys out there do nonsense because their parents do not even know discipline, what they call discipline. If your child will wake up in the morning, he cannot greet you. Daddy, good morning, sir, before he goes out. So he doesn't know how important it is. So there's no discipline in the family. That is where it started from. They are not being disciplined. And some of the parents, they don't even know their rights in the family, even their roles in the family. So that is I think that one is very we need to deal with this. Parents should know his role, his family. He should know when the child. Hello?
Oh, your line is cut off.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Oh dear. Let's answer the next call. Hello? 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 Are you there?
This is Nigeria iPhone.
Yes, it is. What's your name, please?
I'm Gina from Alimosho.
Your name is?
Gina from Alimosho.
Gina, talk to me. So we've got to be quick. We're almost at the end of the show. I'm going to give everybody a minute.
All right. Your topic is very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But what I see there is that the mothers have more roles to play. A mother is neutral. You can talk to a boy and talk to a girl. But most of the mothers, sorry to say that I'm a woman, I have children. The mothers we have today are too busy to spend time to talk to their children, both boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine a mother who goes out very early, comes back late. You are tired. Where do you have time to talk? So I like this topic your guest has brought in. But let me tell you, you see, a child that grows up and becomes an arm robber or a Yahoo who raised that child. The child was born by mother. So, boys, the society, the families from the home, they lay too much emphasis on boys becoming men tomorrow, but the type of men they will become tomorrow, they don't know. That is the problem. So if we begin to talk, like what this guest has started, mothers and especially parents should start talking to their children right from when they are still suckling. Play with your child. Tell your child the type of person you want to be, your son, the type of a man you want him to grow up to be. Even when he's talking you and he's looking at your face, or if you are eating, he's looking at your face, expecting you to give him something to eat for what you are eating. Talk to the child from that side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's answer more calls. Hello? Hello? Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name, please?
My name is Ugo.
Ugo, talk to me.
Yeah.
You got a minute.
What I would like to say is parents out there, this generation, the parents out there need to be more attentive to their children. You understand? The world has changed, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
More especially this one, social media has come. So the world has, there's nothing anybody can do about it. But you can fix your own family. Think of your own family. Forget about the world. There's nothing any pastor, anybody can do about it. But your own family. Train your own family the way you want them to be. Try to teach your children how to be more disciplined, how to live their life without social media. It's very, very important. Because
so you think social media might be part of the problem, or is the problem?
Every one of the worst problem now.
Okay.
You know, people who are the people who are like youth now, they are more crazy about the social media. Now imagine two people who are crazy about social media giving birth to children. How would they take care of those children?
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if you understand me.
I get you. Yeah, and
so
I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. So people need to be more attentive to their children and forget about this new. Believe me, I always tell people the old way is still the best way. Forget, there's nothing anybody can say to me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me answer more calls. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Daniel.
Your name is?
Daniel.
Okay, go ahead. You have a minute because we want to try and fit in as many calls as possible. We're almost at the end of the show.
Okay. Actually, I've not, how would I put it? I'm 37 now, but growing up, I didn't have time to talk to my parents. If my parents was not able to talk to me, I'm finding it difficult to relate to people so freely like that.
So, do you have children now?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. People have not yet married yet.
Okay. So you don't have children, but you remember that it was very difficult. You didn't have a parent that was guiding you as you were growing up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think you should attend the event, Boys to Men International, which is happening on
the 12th of March.
The 12th of March.
At 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Let's try. I'll come to you, Woman, in a minute. Let me just try and fit in as many calls. Hello? Hello? Yes, good afternoon. I'm so sorry. It's been very busy. Yes, go ahead, Moses. You have a minute.
The truth there is about parenting boys and stuff. Do many people know what parenting means? Because the truth is that many people think sending a child message, just saying don't do this, and pay school fees and give him money, that is what parenting is all about. The truth is that me, growing up, I don't always see anything as a girl job, boy's job. Every job in the house, all of us in our own house, everybody was given a job. Even the house girl we had was given a job. All of us was given a job. We know our job when we wake up. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but what we are talking about, I think, goes beyond that.
Boy child. Yeah.
No, it goes beyond that. So, look, let me just be. It's unfortunate. I'll probably end up continuing this conversation with us next week. But let me just say something. There are men, there are boys who grew up to be men who know how to cook, clean, who can live by themselves. All right? But we are talking about the custodians of values that shape a society into a good society. Yes, you were taught to, and it is important. Everybody's got to be able to. Those are life skills. Exactly. We have to separate it. That's why I want us to go on this very, very introspective journey. Because we're coming to the end of the show, I really want you all to think about it. Because next Friday, we're going to be talking about this, not so much on that surface level, which is always happening. We're going to talk about it in an in-depth level. I want you to dig deep within you. But we will then talk about solutions next week. In the meantime, before I close, let me come to Wumi. Wumi, I want you to wrap up.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. And I think you were quite spot on in the fact that we're not just talking about boys or men doing chores. There is so much more to that. We're talking about men who would translate into responsible citizens as well in the society, and who will further cascade down the values and the principles that guide what it means to become a man or to be a man. And I would also want to share with single moms or mothers parenting boys that one of the other ways you can actually help your young men is to surround them with the right kind of influence. So you can deliberately, while your son is quite young, to surround him with the family members, with uncles, that they can have such conversations and he can continue to see good role models. Again, there is a lot about social media and the mental state of men today, mental state of the boys today. It is very important that the spirit of the young man, it is very important that the mental state of every younger man is preserved. Why? Because, yes, they can have a lot, but when it comes, we're seeing a lot in terms of violence, even in the home. Why? If you dig deep down, there are some mental, issues, wounded spirits in those boys, in those men, that had not been addressed while they were young. And I mean, imagine quite a number of people spoke here today and said they didn't even have that guidance. So we need to start having that conversation, and even in schools. And please, I welcome as many people. It doesn't have to be my platform, but please, let's start having that conversation in your environment, in your churches, in your schools. School owners, start inviting people to your schools to talk to boys, not just to girls. This year, there's going to be the International Day for the Boy Child. Deliberately organize things for these boys. Let them hear. Let them see people they can role model. Boys do not have clear vision of who a man is, who the role model of a man should be. It's time we start talking about it. When they have that mental picture, that is what will drive them, and that would also help them. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wumi. You've heard it. Let's see, we can still fit in more calls. Hello. 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 Can you hear me?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is I'm calling from Aja.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I have a son who is yet to attain the age of reason. He's going to be too soon.
It's going to be 2.
Yes, no?
Okay, yeah.
At the back of my mind, I have 3 core values to it. One.
Your line keeps breaking up. We literally can't hear you. It keeps breaking up. We're only hearing bits of your... Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Okay. So I said, once he's attaining the age of reasoning, I will make him understand 3 things. That one, every information that he receives is subject to be vetoed by a higher authority, which is going to be either a teacher, me or mother, or the pastor or the priest by teaching him in the church. So that he won't think every information without trying to find out the value it will put in his life.
Right.
Then 2, if he gets to the age, maybe he's becoming a youth, I will make him to see women as soulmates, companions, and helper, not fun object or baby-making machine, as some young men are seeing women. Then lastly, I will only make him understand that every choice he makes has a result.
Yeah.
So whenever he's confused, he should also look up to a higher authority.
Yeah.
High confusing.
Thank you. And I want to try and fit in one more call because we're literally about to close. Thank you so much. Hello. You snooze, you lose. Hello. Okay. You snooze, you lose. Right. We're right at the end. But here's the thing. Wumi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So very much for being our guest. Thank you for for organizing the event. And, keep me up to date. Let me know how it goes. Definitely. Now, you, down for conversationers, we go the jiggy, jaga, jiggy. We take roads that others are afraid to take because we are absolutely unafraid. Now, next week, I had another show planned for next week, but this is far too important. Really important. Next week, we are going to continue this conversation, but I don't want us to talk about it on that surface. I want us to dig deep within ourselves. You know the phone number, have it on speed dial because there's not going to be any guests. It's just going to be me, you, and the topic. So we can fit in many more of you. Thank you so much. Ireti, Bakare-Yusuf, I am signing out. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed and be kind to each other. Somebody said I should also say, drive with care and stop being so aggressive on the road. So I said I'll try and remember that. So yes, I've said it. Drive with care and stop being so aggressive on the road. Thank you. God bless. Bye.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.